Hello, YouTube. James Baker here, and I'm very happy to see you here. Before we get into our call, quick little exciting thing about the call. We have a guy from Africa who got a scholarship, and he doesn't know if they're going to withhold tax on the scholarship. That's what we're going to talk on the call. But I also want to invite you to this new thing that we're doing. We have a Discord channel and we have a Telegram channel, and those should be linked below. And we're doing, I'm doing Ask Me Anything calls every Thursday. I'm going to be going live for an hour and a half, maybe longer if I have time and if there's questions and people asking, but I already have a number of backed up questions, and I'm going to be going live every Thursday answering questions, and we're going to be, foster a little community. I have a lot of really cool clients and people who watch the channel from all over the world doing all kinds of different stuff. It really comes down to like 4 different groups of people. We have experts, we have ecom guys, we have service providers, and we have investors. And it's a good group. So we have our first call coming up, as of the day now of filming it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. But for now, let's get to the call and learn about filling out W-8 bends for receiving scholarships and student visas and all that stuff. So let's get to it. So you're from Lagos, Nigeria. Tell me about yourself, what's going on, what you're doing for business, what questions you have for me.
Okay, so it's not really business, but I'll just give you a high-level overview. So yeah, as I said, my name is Toby. I currently live in Lagos, but I am moving to America this fall, so in August.
Cool.
I'm doing an MBA program.
Awesome. What school?
Yeah, Northwestern.
It's a great school.
Yeah.
Was that in like Michigan or something? Or Ohio?
It's in Illinois.
Illinois? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Right around there.
Chicago.
Yeah, okay, so right around there. So Illinois, cool. Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, thank you. And while I was applying for business school, I was also applying for some scholarships externally, so not from the school itself. I got a scholarship from a third-party company that's just giving me a scholarship, just writing a check, no ties, nothing. So I was awarded a scholarship of about $20,000. And when it came time to disburse, I thought it was just going to be a thing of sending to my account. But then it ended up being, they told me I had to fill a tax form. So they sent me a bunch of tax forms, sent me a few of them. And they just told me to pick the tax form that applied to me and fill it and send it back to them. But since I'm currently not in the US, I don't have a US visa. I don't have a social security. I don't have anything US related. I don't know how to fill any form. I don't even know what form to fill, because in most forms they ask for something related to when I arrived in the US. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I'm like searching and thinking about this because I don't know the answer. I'm trying to figure out. Well, I have sub questions and everything, but I understand the issue.
Yeah. So I think, sorry, let me just show you this. So when they sent me a disbursement form for the scholarship, but they also sent me these 8 forms. I think there are about 8, and they told me to just fill.
The W-8 band is what they would probably want. Yeah, the W-8 band.
Yeah. So I was just like, initially I was thinking of filling this one. So this 8233.
Well, hold on. Let me take it on my screen and figure out this stuff, because I'm looking at. I just want to make sure there's no withholding taxes. There shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can take it off. I can stop sharing.
No, I mean, you can. Like, what did they tell you about? Is there any withholding taxes? Because you're obviously a non-U.S. non-resident.
Well, yeah. So they told me they can't give me any tax advice. So they told me to pick a form, fill it, and send the form back when I'm done with it. So I really just don't know what to do. I was trying to read some of the tax treaties, but
is it a qualified or non-qualified scholarship?
So what does that mean? What does qualified?
I mean, I'm just reading off the internet. Code section 117 of the Internal Revenue Code. A qualified scholarship is used to pay tuition and fees paid to enroll and to attend a school or books or supplies or whatever. Only qualified scholarships made to non-residents are neither subject to U.S. withholding or IRS reportable. Any portion of the scholarship that does not directly pay for those items is considered non-qualified, thus includable in gross income of the recipient and subject to the withholding. So that's a fair question you can ask them, because if it's a qualified scholarship, then you can give them a W-8 and there's no issue. I mean, you have to give them a W-8 anyways, because that's just what your facts are. You don't even have the information to give anything else. But that's really the difference. That's really the difference. A qualified scholarship versus a
So I think
gift or an award.
how it works is, if I can just give you more context, how it works is this scholarship is they're going to pay it into my account, so I can then decide what I want to use it for. I can tell them to send it to the school. I can tell them to send it to my account. I can tell them to send it anywhere. It's like it's up to me.
If
Based on what I understand, I read.
If they send it to the if they send it directly to the school, do they still need your tax form?
Sorry?
If they send it directly to the school, do they still need your tax form?
Yeah. So I think they want one tax form from me. They said fill a tax form.
They potentially
and send tax form back.
The issue is they'll potentially withhold 30% on the scholarship, which sucks, but it's cool that you're getting it. So what happens is if they withhold 30%, they call it U.S. source income, we would file a U.S. income tax return and then request a refund for the difference. So you still get most of it back because you have, if they're withholding at 30%, you're going to be at the 10% rate. So you'll still get 20% of it back next year. So, I mean, if there's no options, I would first say, if you're going to use it all for school, I would see if they can pay it to the school and then do no tax stuff. And if they can't do that and they need a tax form anyways, then just give them the W-8 and see what happens. And if they withhold taxes, then you can file a tax return and try and claim a refund for the difference.
Would I be okay? So I think another thing is, I read somewhere that if it's going towards tuition, yeah, it's not taxed. But then if you're on like an F1 visa, which I would be on, then it's taxed at I think 14% or something like that.
Well, I mean, it's taxed at whatever they withhold the tax at, so you don't really have control over what the withholding they do. I think that what I read here really makes the most sense. It comes down to, is it a qualified scholarship or not? Because a qualified scholarship is really, that's the tax code there. That makes sense. If they're paying you for school stuff, they might still report it, but they might not withhold anything. But it's only like if they didn't do all of the paperwork on their end, or if it's like, I mean, it looks like it was from an institution that gives out a lot of scholarships. So I don't know. Well, you have to let me know what happens, because really it's out of your hands. It's really you need to certify your tax status, and I don't know if how many options you really have.
Okay, fair enough. But even in terms of that, because I've currently told them to hold on until I arrive in the US, because I really couldn't fill any of the forms, because some of those forms ask, what day did you arrive in the US? What kind of visa are you on? I'm like, I don't have any of those. Like, is it possible for me to fill those forms while I'm still in Nigeria without any visa?
The only form, the form that you should be filing is the form W-8-BEN, and that's really what's your name and address and tax status. And you say I'm a Nigerian tax resident. It's really a W-8-BEN is a really, really easy form, and we can look at it together if you like.
Sorry, let me see. This is the W. Okay, chill. Let me share my screen real quick.
Okay.
So this is the W-8 pen form I have, BN. I don't know if this applies to me.
Yeah, this is the form. I mean, it's just telling them no, not the Ben-E, the W-8-BEN. Because it says, you can see on the top line, do not use this form for a foreign individual, and that's who you are. They say form W-8-BEN or form 8283. The 8283 is used to claim a treaty position, exemption from withholding on compensation for independent services for a non-resident alien. I mean, you're not. Let me see. Let me look at the 8233. I haven't really done this form, to be honest with you. Form 8233.
Okay, sorry. Let me check
Yeah,
normal.
there's no tax treaty with Lagos and USA, so they just wouldn't be subject to a treaty.
Yeah, okay. But then if I was filling this, I will still need to have an SSN or an 19. So the security number or the tax number.
Oh, for that form,
So this is the W8 bin.
yeah, actually, it looks like you would, wouldn't it? 82, 83, you would need that form. You need the I-10 or a social. You'll get that eventually. Um, yeah, and look at it. It's not 82, 80, 82, 33. It doesn't even apply. It says if you are a non-resident who is receiving compensation, or the last one is non-compensatory scholarship or fellowship income and personal services income from the same agent, then you would use it. But if this form doesn't apply to you, you really should just do the WHBEN form, which is a very, very one-page form. It's very one page.
Okay.
So I think that's the answer. It's the easiest answer too. But it's yeah, this is it. And there's no tax treaty to claim benefits for. It's really just what's your name, address. You don't have a US tax number, so you leave it blank.
So I'm thinking, but then how do I specify on this whole thing that I am?
You just fill
I
it
think
out. So, like
it
go to
says I'm
number.
subject.
You fill out line number 1 with your name. Then you have your country of citizenship, and then you have your address, and that's basically all you put on it. You put your date of birth and then a foreign tax ID number, and then you sign it. That's that's all it is to the form.
So I don't have to fill all the questions.
No, I mean you
Including
don't
this
know
one.
you don't have one. Yeah, you leave it blank. And this form isn't sent to the IRS. This is an internal form. They're just going to hold it. They're not going to do anything with it.
Okay.
What are you going to study in Northwestern? What's your master's for?
What's an MBA?
Oh yeah, but what's the business? Just a business administration. Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So
Okay.
yeah, MBA at Kellogg. Yeah. So,
Okay.
so that's just as basic as just filling this part 1
Yeah.
and not filling anything that has to do with taxpayer ID.
You can put your foreign taxpayer ID and your Nigerian your Lagos one number.
Okay. Okay. I think that's fine. I think so. I'll just fill. But then while I'm in the US, do I fill this or just W8? Like if I fill this
So,
form in August.
well, this is the only form, the WABEN. It's always going to be this form because when you are on a student visa in the US, technically your days in the US don't count as presence for tax purposes. So you don't become a tax resident on a student visa. So you're never filing a 1040 tax return. I mean, not never, but you generally not as on a student visa. So you're always a non-resident. Your days don't count as presence.
Okay, so I'm always, no matter what time I fill this form, I'm always gonna fill the
WABEN, yeah, unless I'm missing something, but I don't think I am. Yeah, while you're on a student visa.
Okay, well, that's cool. I think I was initially filling the 8283 or the other one, but then I was like, I don't know. I was trying to check for treaties. I don't think we have any treaties, so I stopped filling that one. Then I was filling the other ones. I was just confused. So I told them that I would fill it in August when I'm in America because I really don't know what to do. So I just parked it for now.
Okay.
But I think this is helpful. So they would tax me at 20%.
They said that? Is that a
Sorry?
question or a statement?
Sorry, I didn't hear the last thing you said. Sorry.
Is that a question or a statement about the 20% tax? Are you telling me or you
No,
asking?
I'm asking. I'm asking.
I think there's two things. They either will withhold no taxes or they will withhold 30% taxes. That's what I expect. And if they do withhold taxes, we can request a portion of them back next year because they withhold the highest rate. It's not 30% isn't the highest rate, but they withhold 30%. And then, you know, we can file a tax return and calculate the actual tax on that income and then get credit for what you've already paid and then potentially get a refund.
Okay. Okay. That's fair enough.
But
Okay.
it's just, I mean, it seems like you don't really have any options. You know, this is the form you should file. It's the correct form in all circumstances. It's the only one you actually can file correctly. And, you know, when you file it, they'll give you money. So if they withhold taxes, that's unfortunate. But if it's all a proper qualified scholarship, they shouldn't withhold taxes. But in the end, you can't really change what they're going to do. They're going to do what they're going to do. And you just have to adapt and figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. No, fair enough. Yeah, I rather get what. Hello? Hello?
Hi. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I said I'll still probably fill the form while I'm in the US when I have a US bank account. So it's easier. But it's good to know that know the form that I'm filling now. This was helpful. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Thanks for scheduling the call. And yeah, let us know how it goes. If they withhold taxes, and welcome and congrats and all of those things.
Thank you.
Okay. See you, Toby. See you, man.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
So that was a good call. Toby has some great questions. Very exciting times for him coming to the US and going to study at Northwestern. Very cool. I learned some stuff about these forms and scholarships. But, you know, in the end, he doesn't really have much flexibility options. You know, it comes down to if you have, if someone's going to pay you and there's only one kind of tax form you can file and they're paying you personally and it's waiting for the payment, get paid. You know, it's good to schedule a call with me so you can figure out if there's anything you can do. But in this instance, it's really most of the time it's going to come down to, you know, whoever is paying you and what they're going to do, what they're going to do. And if it's an ongoing thing, this is a one-time thing, right? If it's an ongoing thing, we can discuss with them. As a smaller business, I can talk to them for you, with you, and we can see if we can apply something to make it work so best for everyone. But in this situation, it sounds like a big institution is offering big scholarships to people, and you know, it is what it is. But congrats, Toby, and thanks for watching the channel, subscribing and following. So if you want to ask me a question too, and I don't have any times available, join the Ask Me Anything. I'm doing these every Thursday in our Discord channel. We have the free Discord Telegram channel, and well, the Telegram is really just to talk about the Discord, but we have the Discord channel, and we're going to be using this to answer more questions and make more content, do all this stuff. So like, subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. More content's coming, more new stuff is coming, and I appreciate you being here. Okay, I'll see you on the next video.